Say what? Yo, who was that? ATL show coming live. Speak about the world. Know that we are show. We got ATL Legacy, the podcast. On God, we're taking over with the ATL show.
Naya, what?
The ATL show's on. Duh. Get out! Get out!
Naya, it's supposed to be for adults only. It's supposed to be.
ATL, they're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tioma, T7, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best in this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay. I'm the best you ever catch, just spell the way. First off, ain't no beef with the spitters in my city. But if it comes with 28, then shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Usually dead on the scene since you wanna be actors. Just the message. I'm talking open hills and taste the school of feeling foggy. I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. Going against me, must be you ready to lose. The game, the street, the zone is took. This the message. Hope it leave you from your rapper. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot.
ATL.
Just-in-time accessories. We definitely have the bling and everything in between. Just-in-time accessories. Tayama Copeland is your independent paparazzi consultant. You can find Tayama on Instagram at Tayama01 or Facebook Tayama Copeland or 954-873-6659 or justintimeaccessories@gmail.com or the website justintimeaccessories.com. Everything is only $5. All jewelry is nickel and lead free. You can find Tayama live on her page, Tayama Copeland. Just-in-time accessories. We have the bling and everything in between. Check it out.
Make sure you go over to Goli.com and get your Goli gummies today. They have 3 selections, 3 choices to choose from. They have the apple cider vinegar, the ashwagandha, and new, they now have the superfruit. In addition to going over to GoliGummies.com, make sure you use the ATL as your discount code and receive a huge discount. It supports the channel and the podcast. In addition to all of that, the gummies, they're a source of antioxidant. They have vitamins B9, B12, promotes general good health, helps improve your daily health, contains pectin, a source of dietary fiber, uses pectin as a natural prebiotic to support the healthy gut and immune system, includes the mother, a healthy strain of bacteria, antioxidants, and enzymes. Mask the unpleasant taste of the apple cider vinegar. It's simple, it's delicious. It's Goli. Good evening. Welcome. Get in here. Welcome to the Anthony Brown Show. I'm yours truly, Mr. Anthony Brown. This segment that we call the ATL. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, like, and comment. If you subscribe, it costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe. And if you like it, great. That helps other people see what's going on over here. And if you comment, we will respond to your comments accordingly. I'm joined tonight on the show by my sister, the very beautiful, the very lovely Miss Tiama.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, Miss Tiama? And of course, we have none other than Legacy the Great.
How y'all doing? ATL, ho, we in the building.
Oh Lord, he just started. And of course, I have my dear friend, all the way from up north, Miss Juicy Cakes.
Blessings, everyone. How are you?
And a millionaire in the making, my special guest, my dear friend, the young lady that I've been following her YouTube channel for many years, for quite some time rather. And she's full of a plethora of information. And she's going to show us tonight how to make some coins. And I mean the ones that fold, not the ones that jingle, but definitely the ones that fold. And I'm joined by Miss Nicole.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me on this show.
Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. And I'm definitely going to tell you how to make some coins. The one that fold, right. Not the one that jiggle.
Hey, Danisha, how you doing? Well, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Danisha.
Listen, I don't have a question of the day. However, I have a special guest of the day, Miss Nicole. So that's even better.
Oh, okay.
So are you nervous?
Definitely happy to be here.
And she's the mother of Miss Bella.
Yes, a very spoiled Yorkie. Don't say her name too loud. She may come in here, and I just want to have some me time. So this is good.
Okay. So listen, I want to ask you, Mr. Cole, did you by any chance watch the Oscars?
I saw a little bit of it, and you know what's going. I saw the part that everybody's talking about. I was actually asleep, believe it or not. I went to bed a little early, and I woke up and just saw these memes out there, and I was like, "Oh Lord."
Well, we're gonna get to that real shortly.
Okay.
Definitely. And like I said, the show has no filters, so just be yourself. Okay. Let your hair down. You know what I'm saying? You know, so if there's any kids out there, y'all may want to go to bed around about now.
That kid's supposed to be in the bed anyway.
If you have tissue paper feelings, this is not the show for you.
Then that's my type of show then. My type of show.
How's it going, Legacy?
Everything's good. What's going on, baby?
I see your ATL baseball cap. Yes. Yeah.
Look, my daughter ran upstairs and she said, "Mom, you're the only person I have to gossip with." And I'm like, "Oh, Lord, what did your daddy do now?" And she said, "No, it was Will."
The gossip.
Yeah. And she told me about, so I know about Will slapping the dude.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, my, oh, God."
That's right, because you don't watch television.
No, so I wasn't going to see it. But I saw the aftermath.
Okay. Yes. It's even better afterwards when it marinated.
Nah, them songs was better.
Oh, they have a lot of songs. People could not wait to make songs.
Yeah, I heard they have a dance routine.
What? I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one yet either. I tell you. So let's get right into it. Let's see here. Let me cancel this real quick. Since I don't have question of the day, let me go right into our letter of the day.
Dear ATL is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many more, send your letters to theanthonybrownshow@gmail.com.
And we can't wait to hear from you on this letter, Steve. Subject: what's wrong with white women only?
Dear Steve and Shirley, I've been living with an issue for several years now.
I was once married to a beautiful African American woman, and all went well with us until I got a job with a corrections department in California. I worked long hours to try and take care of her and the children. One day I came home early and there were two cars in the driveway and the kids were outside playing. I went in and got a big surprise. My wife was in bed with two men and a woman having the time of her life. I was so hurt and mad, but I kept my composure. I threw the people out and had a long talk with my cheating wife. She stated that she had cheated many times since we were married because she was bored and tired of dull sex with me. I just wanted what she needed. I just wasn't what she needed to satisfy her. So we divorced. Her last words to me were, "You should consider someone white because you ain't ever gonna satisfy a black woman with your little self." I tried to ignore.
Read that line again.
Oh my God. This is it right here. You should consider someone white because you ain't ever gonna satisfy a black woman with your little self. I tried to ignore that, but since we divorced, I have dated many black women, and several of them have said the same thing that my ex wife said, and all of them have cheated on me. All of them. In 1990, I started dating Caucasian women, and I haven't had any issues with them. I tried to date another sister that looked a lot like Shirley Strawberry.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go.
What?
Here we go.
And once again, he cheated.
Well, what they always say.
The letter. So I went back to her. I went back to only dating white women. You would not believe how much flack I have received for it. I have been called an Uncle Tom, ignorant, and a fool. My kids say that they are ashamed of me and they have a problem inviting me over to their homes because I might bring one of those white women with me. I tell them I'm ashamed of their attitudes and I pray that they will see Jesus and learn to love people regardless of their race. They told me that they hope I can learn to see the beauty in black women. I told them it is not a beauty issue, but an issue of character and being faithful. I asked you, faithful, I asked you, am I wrong to limit my preferences? I have been hurt too many times and I choose not to allow myself to get burned again. And yes, I am aware that Caucasian women can also cheat, but so far it has not happened, as far as I know. Can you help me with this issue? My kids listen to you all the time, and they say that they respect your opinions. Thank you for your time and help.
Wow.
Ooh,
So-
I can see what you got to say.
surgery.
Definitely something.
So we're gonna let our special guest go first. Ms. Nicole, how would you answer this question for this young man?
I mean,
And,
change into.
wait, and part two, do you think size matters? Go ahead.
Oh, you done added a little part two on there. So, I mean, it does. That can happen with any person actually. So, he said he went with a Caucasian girl.
And no problem.
That does not mean she won't do something like that. That can happen with anybody. So, I mean, he could have just honestly, if it wasn't working out, which it wasn't, I mean, that don't mean that she's not gonna do the same thing. So I don't agree with that.
She's not answering the question. That's not what was asked of you.
You mean the second part or the first?
No,
part?
you didn't even answer the first part.
The first part was
How would I
what kind of
answer
advice
that?
would you give to this young man? Because he said, should he continue dating only white women?
No, he should not only date white women. He should date everyone. Just because you choose to date a white woman don't mean that doesn't make sense to me. It never made sense to me when people do that. I mean, everybody got their preference. Don't get me wrong, but no. So I would tell him that's not going to make a difference.
Hey, Keisha.
Hey, Keisha.
Welcome to the show, Keisha. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
That's
But
not going to make a difference. I'm
now
sorry.
part two of the question.
You're going to make me answer? It doesn't. As long as you know what you're doing.
So if you had this man, so you're dating this young man in the letter, which sounds like he's probably like a 6.
long as you know what to do with that 6, then you know.
Apparently he didn't because everybody cheated.
Well,
Except
it's
for the
probably
women.
not this. I don't think it's the sex. It's probably something else.
No, we can't say it's something else because the lady addressed it. She said it was his penis.
I want to say she probably said that because maybe I don't think it was all just that. Now,
We
if we're
can't.
gonna go, okay,
You
if we're gonna go
see,
based off what she said.
she's trying to do the womanly thing and be politically correct. That's not what we do on here. And the
Then
the
pause.
right
Let
answer
me
would
bring
be
that back. Bring it on back. Bring it on back.
she showed that she was a whore, and she brought other men into his home, and she told him to his face that she's always been doing this. So
okay, well, get you another. Why you got it? Okay. Then if
But
you're
she
gonna
did.
get you another woman, just get you another black woman.
he did.
But he say he did, and
Yeah,
all
he
of
All
them
the black
cheated.
women was. I
And
was
they all
listening
told
though.
him the same thing too. They all said it. He said others have said the same thing that he
Exactly.
need to get a wife.
And no
So,
Caucasian woman
okay.
cheated on him.
so
Okay, then let me
he's
piggyback. I will
satisfied.
re-answer the question. If every black lady said that he wasn't working with nothing, then I guess he ain't got no choice but to either get him a white woman or maybe a Mexican. Now, not a Mexican, but like a different race. I don't want to sound like I'm not saying it right, but get you like if black women are not your thing, and it's not, saying they say you small or whatever, then I guess to her size don't matter. To me, it really don't, as long as you know what you're doing.
But see, the thing is, black woman is his thing. But he ain't black woman's thing.
Well, I have not had him. So if we're kind of going just based off the letter, then he definitely not working with nothing. So if the girl ain't got no problem with it, then she don't know what's good then, I guess.
Tiama, how would you answer this question, Tiama?
I would take him back to what we was discussing last week, and honey, just add some more inches to that penis. But if the penis is not the problem and his sex game is off, a bigger dick ain't gonna help him neither. So what's the point?
You say he don't know. He ain't Clarence. He ain't Clarence.
Yeah, like if he ain't got the right motion and stroking and all that, honey, a bigger one ain't gonna help him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I know y'all done had people that was big that didn't know what they was doing with it.
Yeah, what Tiama is referring to our last topic on our last show was why the double standard? Why is it okay for women to have cosmetic surgery but not men? So women could get a Brazilian butt lift, get more breasts, get the stomach sucked out, get lips filler. Why can't men add inches onto their penis?
And they can get their vagina drawn back in.
Well, I mean, that's a little bit different, I mean.
Hold on, please let me get this one, Tony. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nicole, you better stop putting yourself in these situations.
Men get the lipo and stuff, but as far as adding something to your penis, I mean, is that possible?
Yes, it's possible.
It is.
Girl, yeah.
They even got pumps.
I
ain't got to do it permanently.
You can take like medication, but I didn't really know it was a procedure that they could be done. Oh my goodness!
If they can go inside a womb and draw the walls back in, and make y'all feel like y'all a virgin again, don't you think they got somebody that'll make a man feel like a man?
Well, they got pills
if they
for that,
make
right?
Transgender people, they make them.
Now I know they built them one, but he's already got one, so I got to look into it. I had no idea. I thought it was just Viagra and whatever else was out there.
Nicole, I found out last week on the show. I was Googling, girl.
I cannot believe that. So just Viagra just ain't good enough no more. You just gonna go get you some extra
Viagra
is only gonna make that little dick hard.
Well, maybe hard
for a long time.
It ain't gonna make it bigger.
It'll make it hard for a long time.
And it causes heart computations later on in life.
Mello said little is little.
She said little is little. We don't want it. Why?
They say we don't want it. Yeah.
What if he played with it more?
It's too late. You can't do that. You have to do that coming up as
when you're
a
little
young man
kids.
in order to make that process take place.
Really? So that start when you young to get that like
Yeah.
that?
Yes,
I
I
had no
encourage
idea.
my
This is
sons
all
to
new
do
to
it.
me. I don't.
I encourage my boys to do it when they were younger.
Wow.
I encourage mine too.
Don't. One thing you don't want is a woman walking around here talking about your meat wagon is not a meat wagon. It was just a bologna sandwich. Make sure that when you get inside of there, them guts remember you.
You wasn't expecting all this, Miss Nicole, were you?
Meat wagon. I can't. If this like, it really don't matter. As long for my preference, it really doesn't matter as long as you know what you're doing. But at some point, I will let you like. You don't want to tell nobody that, but I mean, you'll be able to tell like.
But listen, hold on, Lady Williams. What happened
You
to
can
the
still
love?
love that person. You definitely can. That's why I feel like, I guess in his case, he didn't have a chance.
Well, Lady Williams, let me ask you this question. Yes, you may love the person, but if you're not being sexually satisfied or stimulated properly, although sex is not 100% part of the relationship, it plays a major part. So yeah, you can love the person, but if they're not as the was that ease by you touch on your inside parts, if they're not touching you on your inside parts, then what?
Yeah, so I get it, but I haven't had that problem. So I haven't experienced anything like that. And I don't ever plan to either. Speaking into existence, we don't have a problem. No.
Lady Williams says true, but she's saying love conquers all.
That's a damn lie. If love conquered all, then it wouldn't be so many divorces.
What you say? Say it again.
If love conquered all, then we wouldn't have divorce rates at the level that we have them at.
Well, I don't think that's solely about sex. Maybe they just grew apart. I mean, some people can stay married forever, but then some people can't, and then that's what I don't.
But then that's what we mean by then they didn't need to be married in the very first place, because marriage is forever. Most people are getting married now for financial security, not for love and everlasting love. Because love is unconditional, meaning that it is all forgiving and all remissive of things that have transpired.
You can love somebody legacy and not be with them.
But we're not talking about, I love a lot of people and I ain't with them. But we're talking about when we was making that statement, we were basing that off of marriage. So when you are married,
show me in the Bible where I'm supposed to be married forever. Them vows, remember, they not from the Bible.
I understand it. I understand that, but I will show you, because they made a statement that just said that love conquers all, and I was telling them that that's not true.
Love don't conquer no small penis.
Conquer everything.
Love don't conquer no small penis. Lady Williams also says you have to marry the person.
I was waiting on Juicy to go ahead and give her statement on what she thought.
Well, I was saying he need to get in where he can fit in. Today women are we look at women and say, white women's bodies and their physique is it's definitely different from when I was younger and how they were. But the pelvic area, the torso, is a little shorter than women, so they might not be as deep as black women. Might be better ones for him because of their body composition. So if more than one black woman is telling him the same thing and they all keep it's kind of like it's a no question in there.
What?
he just
But
he
Juicy,
just wanted
what
to put
kind
it
of
out there.
herbs and berries could he take to fix his problem?
Haha. There's a horny goat. That would help him. But see, there are a lot of things that he could do. I met this one guy who told he said he increased his penis size by like 3, maybe 4 inches, and
What?
they're during some with herbal
It's
extracts.
something
So
real
it is
choppy, y'all
possible.
hear?
Yeah, it's real choppy.
Yeah,
Hmm.
somebody got a feedback.
I hope it ain't me.
Mute Juice? No.
Yeah. So
Mute leg?
I know that they sell pumps, and I know I've
No.
had a couple men that had issues, but they were in the wheelchair and they needed to, you know, have it work for them. So, but I don't think I would be wanting as a person to have to go through all those leaps and bounds just to satisfy someone else. When I do what I do, I'm satisfied. So,
Oh God.
well, so at that point, I'm selfish. If I'm satisfied and I get off and I can't get her off, then hey, she's short, not him.
So that's selfish, Juicy.
Sometimes I am. Sometimes I am.
And you wonder why he
Mute
cheat.
Nicole?
You
Huh?
saying I
Not
wonder
you,
why
Juicy.
what?
Why he
Mute
cheat.
real quick, Nicole.
Mute your microphone, Nicole. Let's do something. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yes, Nicole.
Is yours, Nicole?
Nicole, go out and come back in.
So that little static noise you was hearing, that little scratchy, when you mute it, it stopped. So go all the way out and then come back in.
Or make sure your
I
mic is
still hear
plugged
it
in
when
all
I
the
press
way.
mute though. You saying it's me?
Yeah, when you press mute, we don't hear it no more.
And I still hear it. Okay, so I'll go back and come back in.
So all the way out and come back in.
All right.
But sometimes you gotta have a little selfishness about you.
But Juicy, I wouldn't think you would have said that to dude. I thought you would have been like, honey, take some of these herbs and berries and lay down and call me in the morning.
Well, no. If that was my man, there's a different thing that I would say. I thought we were answering dude, and right now, like answering dude, and he done went back and forth. Like he already did his experiment between the white woman and the black woman, and the white woman is the one that's winning. So for how love and the gut flora, he need to create a good environment for his health. He better go where he's winning.
Right.
That's what I mean.
But I think his preference is black. That's why he keep going back.
Exactly.
Well, you ain't no black. Just once you go black, you don't go back.
Y'all black women need to stop being so damn ratchet. Hurt that man feelings and shit.
Nicole, let me ask you this question. Let me ask Nicole, Juicy, and Tiama. And I often say this on the show in many episodes that we've had is, and confirm or deny my saying. I believe that men are visual. So when a man see a woman, he accepts her for how she visually looks.
Right.
Like mama thick, mama fine, mama cute, mama pretty, mama got nice breasts, nice ass, whatever. He see her for what she is. Men don't look at women and say, well, maybe if I take her to the gym and lose about 30 pounds, or if I take her to the salon and get her hair done, she'll become the perfect woman. Or maybe if I get her teeth fixed. See, men don't do that. Now, on the flip side, women, they're looking for, I don't want to say the bag because it makes it sound like a gold digger. I don't want to say that, but you're looking for the stability. That's the better word. You're looking for the stability, how you make me feel,
right.
How you treat me as an individual. Do you make me feel safe? Do you comfort me? And he could have 600 pounds and growing toenails and buck teeth. But if it make you feel good, treat you right, make you feel safe, able to pay some bills, comfort you, make you feel safe, and all that good stuff, that's your husband. Yes or no?
Yes.
That's true.
Are you at? That was the question, right? Because I had. Okay, so is that what we do?
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that what you mean? What you, not you, but women.
I mean, yeah, I look at that's what I go by, but I mean, you gotta look good too. But that's not the first thing. Like I say, oh, he cute, and then instantly I start thinking, okay, what does he do, and what type of man will he be? I'm not always on looks like that because that does not mean anything. You can look good and not have nothing going on for yourself. So I need to know what you would bring to the table, just like you want to know what I would bring to the table. So I don't always go by. I do go by looks. You gotta look good and you gotta smell good. Those are two things that are a plus. But everything else, I need to just know what are you doing in life. Because looks not gonna get you. No, my granddad used to always say, "Love can't take you to the bank," and so I need to know what you're gonna be doing. Rest in peace to you, granddaddy. Rest in peace. He said, "Love cannot take you to the bank."
I know that's right. Believe that. Okay.
Well, I haven't addressed the letter.
Go ahead.
Okay. Clearly, I'm gonna first address the issue that Juicy said about a woman's torso and a black woman just being deep in the inside. You don't start off with a deep vagina. Your vagina is deep because you were taking meat that probe deep. That's how you got deep. You didn't get deep because you just woke up and said, "Oh, my torso is long, so I'm long in the inside." That's not how it happens. Elastic gets stretched, walls get pushed to the side, girth pushes walls out. Now, yeah, that's how it happens. Women have babies who don't deal with people who got real good girth, and their walls are not smashed apart. Women who take a lot of penis that is long and wide opens up those walls. So when she decided, now this is the sad part. The sad part is she decided to marry him before knowing that he did not satisfy her. But what satisfied her was security because he was a worker. He was someone who provided. He was somebody that her children or the children they have together didn't have to worry about how bills were getting paid. But if her ass would have been somewhere working too, they would have had more money and she wouldn't have had that much time to sit home and be fucked. So now let's address more of this letter. The man may not be small. He's just smaller than what they are used to taking. So this is why I tell men, ask these women, what do they consider small? If you're used to dealing with 10, then guess what? If you're 8, close the gate and go and find you somebody that used to playing in those fields.
Amen.
Because you are gonna be inadequate and you're gonna be cheated on because you're not going to satisfy her. She's used to furniture being moved, and you're in the hallway dancing. You don't know how to lift no couches. You don't know how to push no love seats back. So that's what she's used to. She told you she been cheating since y'all been married plenty of times. And she said it with boldness and authority. She told you to your face that your meat wagon was small off. Now, you know, Miss Nicole says that white women cheat also. That is true. But we only have the premises of dealing with what he wrote in the letter, which is he hasn't had an issue. PSL. Oh, he hasn't had an issue with white women because one thing that we can say is, and I got 3 black women on the podcast with me right now. Y'all really don't hold no punches. And, you know, y'all are going to tell somebody, you know, they don't say, back up, boy, this ain't going to work. Juicy, she just told you, she always holding conversations with men and they penis issues. Some kind of way these men are comfortable with going to Juicy about their small penis issues.
I can't do that. I don't.
So you're gonna sit and suffer, knowing that
it's the way you have to present that to somebody that could mess up somebody's ego like that.
You don't think he already know?
He knew he got a little bit.
He think he was doing the thing, like not like he thought. If he thought he was jamming, then no. But
somebody made him feel like the white women have made him feel like he was jamming, and one of y'all sisters also let him feel like he was jamming. So but he only was jamming your purse. He was jamming your purse with money.
Hold on, Legacy. So Nicole, you gonna let him jam, make him think that he's doing something to protect?
It would have to be a way that you would have to break that to somebody. And the way I am, I don't know if I would be able to. I just have to stop talking to you because I'm not going to tell you that.
Again, Nicole, listen, sweetie, he's married.
But what Anthony had asked me.
No, I want you to base this off of you being married to him. How do you deal with that?
Okay, then I will have to tell him.
Okay, now, so this is what I'm saying. See, the sad part was she married him knowing he was inadequate.
Well, then she knew what she was going to be dealing with.
So that means that she already know that she was gonna be hoeing.
Okay.
Because
she was cheating before she married him.
Exactly. So she always been a hoe.
And I think she felt he was aware of him, and she wasn't surprised. That's why when he caught her, she was surprised. He was surprised.
Exactly.
Like, how you ain't know after all these years? What
now
you
the
think
crazy
I've been
thing
doing?
Is let's use this for an example. Let's say he wasn't small in the beginning because she was only messing with him. He only got small once she started messing with something bigger, and that was why they was married. So now she don't feel the same about him in that area anymore because she done let somebody stretch her elasticity, and her walls don't grip the same no more because they're overly used. So to him, let me give you some help, bro. Oh, there you go. There you go, Tony.
Bosses, please celebrate with me. I celebrate my 32nd anniversary tomorrow. Thank God she stayed with me this long. Gonna try to get a few more years. So far, love conquering the shit out of this.
That's what I like to see. Happy anniversary to you. Thank you.
Happy anniversary, Mo. But come on, I understand that, and I'm champion for you. I'm champion this. Oh, they go read remedies.
Remedies said not every black woman is deep. The way my body is set up, anyone over 8.5 inches is not always fun for me based on how my body is. If he is small, there are things that we can
preach remedy.
That's what I'm saying. You kind of, I don't look. That's why I say I don't discriminate. If you know what you're doing with it, then we fine. I don't want, like, I agree with. I don't nobody that big. Ooh, no, I don't think
Hold on. Did you read? Put it back up there, Tony.
I heard what she said. She said based off her body, anyone over 8.5 is not always fun for her. That's big. It ain't got nothing to do with your walls could be tighter than tight, but that's big. That's pretty big. So that's why I always say I don't discriminate. If you know what you're doing with your small, or if that 8, you're gonna have to ease it in. But if you know what you're doing with your small, then we can go from there. That's why. But some people can't deal with that. Some people don't want to deal with that. I don't discriminate. So.
And I feel like y'all took what I said. I didn't say every black woman. I didn't say every white woman. But in my studies in the body and the composition, the makeup, their positioning of their pelvic and area and their uterus and all of that is different.
It is.
It tilts different. And
Yeah,
so I'm speaking of the variations of women, and that he could be running into some to where they're different. Now, I agree too that if you having too much and too long, it could outdo things and stretch it. But again, there are things you can do to bring it back.
It's supposed to be stretched.
It's supposed to be, because it goes 10 centimeters to have a child. It
Exactly.
has a child grow in it. So it's definitely supposed to be stretched, and it's also to bounce back. And if you're not eating the foods properly so that your body have the right collagen in it and cholesterol so it can go back to its right self, then you have that problem.
You have walls now. You no longer have closed walls. You have open gates.
Open gate.
Open gate. You can
put a hot dog down the hallway.
And men, yes, have been very comfortable with talking to me about their erectile dysfunction. It's something that I have helped treat many of them with. So it wasn't that they just.
In about 42 more years, I'll come holler at you.
You know what? It's so many young men who have it. They ain't waiting 42 years. It's men who have erectile dysfunction that's in their 30s.
Wow.
Yes, that's true. But what I'm gonna say again is that woman never gave a damn about you. You was a security blanket. What did it say? So you have to understand, bro, that you have to sometimes know who you're dealing with. And you inside of this woman, you know damn well you don't feel nothing when you inside this woman. You ain't even you don't even touch the bottom of her vagina. You ain't moving no furniture. She's standing there patting her hair, chewing bubble gum at the same time while you doing your best beat it contract. And you think, come on, man, I wouldn't even listen, bro. Listen.
You're breaking up, Legacy.
Do you hear me better now?
Yeah.
You're breaking up.
Hold on.
You're breaking up really bad.
His choice of words is very descriptive. It's hilarious. Like I can't.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. People, listen. Again, Juicy, you made a valid point. Some women vagina is further to the back, and some women vagina is further to the front. So it just depends on the shape and the dynamic. Jeanette say if she knew that was something she couldn't overlook, she shouldn't have married.
Now I have a point. What if this woman's mindset of marriage was for a business, a contractual agreement, which most people do consider it, and it wasn't about sex, and it was their relationship of how they gonna build and stack paper together. And Will and Jada went through that. They had an open relationship. They could do the things they wanted to do and do who they wanted to do. And she just knew that this was where she wanted to be. She loved the man she had, but it wasn't for sex. That's not why she loved him. She's not wrong for marrying him because sex was not their marriage. Now,
What?
You
Juicy.
Legacy say
Juicy.
the way the lady came off so surprised when he walked in. She wasn't cheating with a dude. She was cheating with two dudes and a woman.
Mm-hmm.
She was having fun.
Orgy. She was having an orgy.
But orgy.
She a full out swinger.
That's what I'm saying. So this is her in the gym shooting basketball time.
I guess. But I'm gonna just, and then on top of that, they you put the children out there outside like they were puppies and cats, and let them play. Why? Hold on. Jeanette say size doesn't really matter if you know your body and you know how to work it, big girl.
Go, big girl. What you gonna do?
Well, again, we're basing this off of the masses, and whether y'all women are lying, and Jeanette and Nicole and Kayama and Remedy is sitting on here telling the truth. The vast majority of women say they love big penises.
I never said.
Kayama never told you that lie.
I just said I
didn't
don't
say you said.
I'm
said
part of the vast majority that tell y'all the dudes with the big dicks take your ass to them ruined assholes. Cause you ain't ruining my body. That's what Kayama say. Remember, I'm the dyke. Leave me out of it.
And I'm not saying I'm for something big. Remember, I said 6.
See,
I
was 6 when I was 6.
Hey,
so
Daddy.
Legacy, go sit in the corner. Go sit in the corner.
We're gonna move on because we need to hear from Miss Nicole on this opportunity to make some coins. So we're gonna move on.
Dear ATL is a segment of the show where you, the viewer, can write in and tell us about what's going on in your life. And we will read your letter and respond to your letter live here on the air. So if you're experiencing relationship problems, best friend disputes, baby mama, baby daddy drama, marriage issues, church hurt, church issues, and many, many more, send your letters to theanthonybrownshow@gmail.com.
Welcome back. We have our special guest, Miss Nicole. Miss Nicole, before we get into your opportunity from LiveOps, and you tell us all about what the opportunity to make some coins. First, we want that fold and not jingle, but we accept them all. Tell us, how can they find you on YouTube, Instagram, and how can they reach out to you?
So you can reach me on all social media platforms. YouTube is Miss Nicole. So MS space Nicole, NICOLE. My Instagram is Miss Nicole Michelle with 1 L. I am on Facebook as Miss Nicole. And that's basically all I got going. I can't remember my TikTok off the top of my head, but I'm on TikTok too. You can find me on Snapchat as Miss Nicole Michelle. And I am on TikTok as, 1 second and I can tell you, Miss Nikki Nicole Michelle. And that's Michelle with 1 L. So you can find me on all social media platforms. Okay. And I do back, and I do like to interact with my followers. Well, I don't call them followers, I call them family.
Okay.
Is the Nikki Nicole, is it 2 Ks and a CK?
So NIKKI and then Nicole Michelle. That's TikTok. Miss Nikki Nicole Michelle. Instagram is Miss Nicole Michelle. And then I try to keep them all the same, but I started them at different times. But yeah, that's basically where I am.
Okay. Yeah, I've been following Miss Nicole's YouTube channel for at least a year, maybe a little longer.
I think it was longer than that because I
Yeah,
remember when you started commenting on my videos. I was like, oh, okay.
yeah. So
Yeah, it's
it
been
had to
like
be longer.
2 or 3 years. I think it was like 3 years.
About okay, so at least 3 years, and I just fell in love with the way she do her shows and how she interact with her family. And her numbers were just growing so fast. I was like, oh my god, this is the person I need to follow. You know, so subconsciously you don't know it, but you've been mentoring me.
Really? I think that just made my day. I never thought that, like, believe it or not, I'm very shy. Nobody believes me, but I got over being shy by starting my YouTube channel because it was at some point I couldn't even edit my own videos because I don't like my voice. Like, I'm shy, believe it or not. I know my videos don't show it, but the fact that you told me that just made my day. Thank you.
Yes, yes. I love you. I love your show, your interaction with you and your mom, and you and Bella.
Oh yeah.
I've been
I
following your
try to
journey.
come to you all as real as I can, and that's it.
I
So
just followed you.
you did. Well, thank you. Welcome to
I
the
just
family.
subscribed to you. Yeah.
Okay, then you got a
hmm
YouTube. Then I'm gonna
Welcome,
come
welcome,
tell me to
D'Lo.
subscribe.
Yes, I'm D-Lo Productions on YouTube.
All right, D-Lo, how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay.
So Ms. Nicole has an opportunity to make some coins, and she shares it frequently with her followers and her fans on her and her family on her YouTube channel and her Instagram channel. So I said, well, here's the opportunity. She come over to my channel, and because my people want to make some coins too.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's a lot of money out there to be made. And it's a lot of work from home online jobs, but a lot of them are scammy or they even want you to pay a lot of money. So I've been working for LiveOps, which is it's like a virtual call center. And I initially started it back in like 2004. Shout out to my friend Michelle. She told me about it. So I initially started it in 2004. So I was active from about 2004 to 2006. Then life got in the way. I stopped doing it. So I got kicked out. And I went back in 2011 and I've been doing it ever since. If it's just there, it's money to be made. So I initially started just doing videos to kind of tell people about it. Because when I started, you couldn't go to YouTube and find a video or research anything. And I'm the type of person I'm gonna look you up. I'm gonna look you up and I like to research things. So I noticed that it wasn't really a lot of videos on YouTube about it. So I started to just post my videos, but that was when I was shy, Nicole. So I would never go live and do them. And so I started, just started making videos here and there. And a lot of people started watching them and they started asking questions. And I want to say about last August, I really started just going live basically 2 or 3 times a week, just answering questions that people have. Is it legit? How much money can you make? And the amount of people that I have helped to get work from home jobs, either to supplement income, especially since COVID, Rona came. I say Rona and her hating ass cousins. That's what I call COVID. But since COVID, a lot of people are seeking work from home opportunities because they don't want to be out there.
Right.
So I noticed since then, like even my older videos, I have over 45 videos. I created like a separate playlist. But I have 45 videos where I'm just talking about it. And I feel like my videos are a little bit more unique because I've watched videos out there, but the people that create them, they don't get into the meat and potatoes like me. Like if you go on their website, they're not going to tell you you'll be working for this company or this company. The thing that make my videos different is I'm going to show you. I show you how much money I make. I'm real transparent. I let you know how much I make. I let you know if you don't work, you're not making money. I basically answer questions that everyone has, and I just go on there and be me. I don't have a filter. You might catch me in a bonnet one day, a scarf. I just come on there and just talk to you. So I feel like I'm just really transparent, and a lot of people have told me like you really down to earth, you relatable, and that's just how you have to be nowadays because everything the internet is taking over. So I've helped a lot of people. It's very rewarding knowing how many people I've helped. I get so many emails of people just thanking me for posting my videos. So it's definitely money to be made. And I consider myself a LiveOps expert. So I have a Facebook group, a LiveOps Facebook group, because I had got so many comments that I was not really able to always answer them. So one day in one of my lives, someone was like, you should make a Facebook group. And I had never thought of that. So the Facebook group is LiveOps with Miss Nicole. And that's where we do a lot of networking. If you have questions, you can go in the group. I'm even a YouTuber. I will talk to you on the phone. And a lot of people don't talk to you on the phone. I have a lot of, I don't call them subscribers, but I have a lot of my family members subscribers. I call them and talk to them on the phone all day. Or they'll text me throughout the day just to have questions, because it just helps to actually ask a real person. So that's why I created the group. I started it January 25th. It's about 700 people in there right now. And I just make sure everybody is making this money. My money anthem is some people got to have it. If I'm talking about money, I'm going to sing that.
Yeah.
And that's my money anthem. So
you said, hold on. You said your Facebook group is LiveOps with Miss Nicole.
Yes.
YouTube,
it's LiveOps with.
YouTube is Miss Nicole.
Yes.
And your Instagram was what?
Miss Nicole Michelle with one L. So yeah, I got people from all over. It's just a good place for people to come and get questions answered, because it was no way I got people still asking questions on like older videos from like 2 years ago, and I get so many comments, and I'm only one person. I need an assistant, to be honest, but then again, I like to personally answer those emails, because I couldn't have somebody do that for me. Like I really they be heartfelt emails, and it it makes me feel good that I'm helping people make this money, baby.
I know that's right.
In order to like sign up and get involved, do they accept any and everyone, or is there criteria?
They do a background check. So basically, I haven't applied in a long time, but a lot of people that, like, I had someone just apply last night. She asked me to send a referral. I also do referrals. And I feel like, if you know somebody in the inside, like if somebody refer you for a job, I feel like if you know somebody in the inside, you might get pulled in faster. But they do a background check. It's $25, and they mostly just want to make sure you're a good, like, you're not a criminal, because you will be dealing with credit cards and things like that. So they do a background check. You need a computer or a laptop, and then hook it up to the router. And that's basically all you need. They're not requiring you to pay for training, because it's a lot of companies out there that require you to pay for certification. You don't have to pay for certification. The only thing you would pay for is the $24.99 background check. And the person I was talking to last night, she applied, and in 10 minutes, her background check came back and she passed. And now she's ready to start looking for it. And this was all in a matter of 24 hours. She's already, ready to try to find the opportunity.
So what did your referral, did it boost her up?
I don't know. A lot of people, I don't know if it would boost them up or not. I mean, we get referral bonuses, but I always tell people I don't do it for the money. Just like I don't do YouTube for the money, but it's nice if some coins trickle in. I started my channel because it was therapeutic for me. Like I started it to get out of being shy, which I really am. I needed to work on like public speaking. You would never catch me 5 years ago getting up in front of anybody talking, but now I don't care who you are. I talk to you, anybody. So I started it to get over being shy. And like I say, when the money trickle in, it trickle in. But I don't do the referrals for money. But I don't know if it's getting people pulled in or not, but they've been getting pulled in pretty fast from what they're telling me. So maybe I'm doing something right.
So do we have to go on your page or your channel to get the referral, or how do we get a referral?
No, I have a link. I could drop it in the chat on the video feed, but it'll take it's a link that'll take you straight to apply, and you just put your information in and kind of go from there.
Yeah,
But
talk to me.
I mean, I don't know, but I've referred a lot of people, and I request that they, keep in touch with me so I can follow you on this journey, because I just want to see. I just want us all to make money. That's my main thing. You need multiple streams of income. One
I
is
was just about
necessary.
to say that.
One thing about Nicole that I admire so much about you with your live ops opportunity, because sometimes like I'll get up and I'll say, let me log into the computer and I'll see, oh, it's Nicole's live. Let me jump on. And like I said, she's sitting in her bonnet, clean face, Bella sitting there next to her on the bed, and she's just keeping it real. She's just herself.
Mhm.
She's like everybody's friend. And she'll be there with her laptop in one hand, her desktop over here, and a tablet right here. And she's showing you like, this is how much money I made and
Yeah.
yesterday. And then people are saying, well, how do I do this? And she's answering their questions. So she's feeding you the information to make sure you also make money. It's not like some business opportunities where one person get in and they're keeping all the information to themselves. No, she's sharing the wealth.
Yeah. I mean, I do that because I always, people go to YouTube for everything. I know I do. So most of these work from home jobs, you're going to go to YouTube. And I've had a couple of people that told me they got scammed. And I was like, well, did you watch they was like, I didn't watch your video first. And I felt really bad for this lady. She gave somebody her social security number and copy of her driver's license. And I was like, well, when did you watch my video? She said today. And then I said, well, when did you give your information out? Yesterday. And I felt so bad. But yeah, I post these videos and I show you real receipts, because a lot of people, well, what you got to do, and they have to understand you're an independent contractor. So you are your own boss. You pay your own taxes. You make your own hours. So I have to really kind of explain that to people, like, you're not going to get paid for training. You're not getting paid to train, but you're also not paying to take a training, because a lot of them charge you to even do anything, and I'm not paying for nothing. So I show you
When
how much I make. I like Anthony said, I will have 2 or 3 computers going on, and if they ask me how to do certain systems, I show them. I mean, because sometimes you just have a lot of people. Virtual call center, some people have never done anything like that, and you're never going to have an interview. Everything is communication through email or text message, so a lot of people are not used to that. I've been doing it for so long, and a lot of things have changed since I started doing it. So I was like, you have to start doing videos. Like, I prayed about it, I started the group, and I am very transparent. Like, I don't mind telling you. And I said, like, last year I didn't make no money, and that was because I didn't get on there and make money. So I let them know, you're gonna make money. If you make money, you have to work, just like a regular Monday through Friday job. You don't go to work. I mean, of course, if you got sick time or something, but if you don't work, you're not gonna get paid.
True.
And it's money out there, so let's make it. I want everybody to make money.
why do you have 2 or 3 computers? Are you working 2 or 3 jobs at one
So
time?
I have a computer that I like edit my YouTube videos on. And then I have a computer solely just for LiveOps. So when I'm showing in the LiveOps systems, I go on my main LiveOps computer. And then when I'm kind of interacting with the live comments, I look at that. So I have 2 computers. I also have my phone. Like, I have a lot of different things that I can refer to. And I mean, I'm blessed to be able to work from home now. So I kind of talk to them about, just working from home. Please don't come here. Working from home and
Leave her alone.
So those multiple computers aren't to run LiveOps. Those are just your
no, I
personal
only have
choices.
one computer.
Okay. Okay.
One of the opportunities I was in a process of certifying for wanted you to have a dual monitor. Of course, that's all things that you're told once you actually apply for it. But I really only have 2 computers.
Do
The
you
one I
have? Do
edit
you
my
have?
videos on,
Do
and then
you have? Do you have the opportunity to choose what companies that you work for?
You can choose your companies that you want to work for. They are actually in the process of they're going to have Bath and Body Works, Nordstrom. So these are the companies that you can actually work for. They're not contracted companies. As long as you're adhering to the requirements for each opportunity, you'll stay on it forever unless you choose to opt out. So they will be hiring for Bath and Body Works and Nordstrom. Those are normally the opportunities that they bring around the holiday season. But kind of just from what I've been researching, they're going to be really hiring for that. And they're going to make that live on the website like April the 11th, and that will start mid-May. So a lot of people, when you go on their website, they're not going to tell you this stuff. And this is what people want to know. Well, should I even waste my time with applying for it? So you come to my video, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you the hours, the pay. I answer all your questions because nobody wants to just do anything and don't know what you're going to be doing. And I get why they don't open that information up. I'm not really giving anything that's confidential out, but I let you know you could possibly work for this company or this company. Now, what I can tell you is that I don't know if it'll be available when you choose to come on, but I can let you know what you possibly could do. And that's why I post the videos. I want to know. So
now, how do they pay you? They pay you like direct deposit, a check?
We get direct deposit. They are on a 1st and the 16th every month, the 1st and the 16th. And of course, if the 1st or the 16th falls on the weekend, you'll get paid the next business day. You invoice, you submit invoices. You don't have to add or calculate any of that up. The system will actually do that for you. So I worked yesterday. And then what I worked yesterday, I will be able to invoice that tomorrow. And whatever you work, so whatever I do from March the 16th until the 31st, I will get that April the 16th. So whatever I worked from March 1st to March 15th, I get that on Friday. So it's almost similar to biweekly, but you're paid on the 1st and the 16th. And you have to invoice your work. So a lot of the people that are actually about to start, I'm looking at a calendar. A lot of the people that are starting, so say for example, if they started yesterday, they may or may not be able to invoice that by the end of the month because it's like a 2-day delay before you can invoice some things. So it really pays good. I have to explain to a lot of people, they're not going to take taxes out. That will be your responsibility. So I always encourage them either to research it or talk to a tax professional or even determine the taxes for your state and maybe set that money to the side. Otherwise, you will owe. I mean, I don't mind. I don't deduct anything. I want my money when I want my money. But it's, other than that, I answer questions that people have about that because you're an independent contractor and a lot of people don't know what that is. So
did you register as like a sole proprietor so that
no,
you
you
pay
don't
your
have to do
taxes
any
quarterly?
of that. You don't have to do any of that. You don't need a sole proprietor. You don't even need a business account. If you want to do that, you can. I separate my earnings from that and I have it in a separate account. You get invoices and things to print out. So like when I moved to my apartment, I was able to show them this as income. If you make over $600 in a calendar year, you will receive a 1099. A lot of people, well, what's the 1099? So I kind of touch on that. I have a video where I solely just touched on that because that's a lot of things that, people want to know is about how to pay taxes and things like that. They give you as much they don't go into detail about it when you start with them. So I just know from doing it so long. So yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a good thing. The way I'm set up, I basically get paid every week. So I like it. I like having money. I'm trying to be financially stable and you just never know nowadays. Gas $4. So you gotta have some money. Like
gas
I
almost
just want
$5.
everybody to have money. That's it. And
Boo kitty, gas almost $5.
yeah,
Look,
food
gas
going up, the
tricked
price of
me.
chicken is going up. You know, everything's expensive now. So you gotta make sure
Okay.
you gotta have you some extra money going on. Yeah, the price of chicken is ridiculous. I'm tired of eating dark meat. I want some white meat.
Now, let me ask you this. Okay, you say you set your own hours and basically, so could you work? Do they consider overtime over 40 or
No,
how
you
does
can work as much as your body allows you to. One of the opportunities that I take calls for, they have set hours. So, say for example, Bath and Body Works, that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week during the holidays. But on their regular operation, it's 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time. So, you can work as many hours. There's no cap. There is no cap. Now you do have to work at least 16 hours a week. But if you want to do 80 hours in 1 week, that's your business. They don't have a cutoff on that. They do have a schedule that comes out. So you would have to pick hours on the schedule to commit. They call it a commit. But if you want to work 12 hours in a day, that's your business and you can. So they don't restrict how much you can work as long as you're doing the requirements for that opportunity.
So go back to that 16 hours. Is that in order to get paid and cashed out?
So the way that they pay per minute of talk time. So and that's what deterred a lot of people away, because most of the work at home opportunities are paid per hour. An hourly rate. The thing with LiveOps is they're paid per minute of actual talk time. So a lot of the opportunities that they have now are high volume opportunities. So this one, for example, is 31 cents a minute. So if you're on an hour call, you're getting, I think it averages out to like $18.50 or something like that. But that's the difference with them. They're paid per minute of talk time. But I mean, it still works out. It averages out. One of the opportunities that I'm on is assurance. So when people go online and put an inquiry for either life insurance, auto, or Medicare, I'm on that opportunity. So it'll call them like on an outbound dialer. And I would just read the script. It's all scripted. You don't have to worry about memorizing anything. I would just ask them a screening question. Do you have Medicaid? Or do you have Medicare? If they want to get additional Medicare benefits, then I would verify the details that they put online, and then I would transfer them. Their opportunity pays 20 cents a minute, which averages out to about $12 an hour. But if you transfer the person to an agent, then you get an extra $1.50 per transfer. So it's people in there, they get 50 and 60 transfers a day. Now that's the first tier is $1.50 per transfer. If you one of them people that pop with the transfers, you're getting $2 a transfer on top of what your minute per minute of talk time. And a lot of the opportunities have bonuses and things like that. So it seems like it's not a lot of money. And that was the main thing that I wanted to make sure people understood is the talk time adds up, the minutes add up. So it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it.
So let's say if you're working for one company and their service or their I guess schedule ends in 8 months.
That's the thing. These don't end. They do, however, like they also are doing TurboTax. So right now is the peak season for filing taxes.
Mm-hmm.
I think with that opportunity, once it slows down, they are still paid if they're not talking or not. But even though tax season, the peak season is March, April, May, they are 24, they're all year long. So it'll get slow. And then you have the opportunity to pick up another opportunity. You're not just stuck to one. Like I'm actually on 3. Yeah, I'm on 3. So I'm ready to be on 4 in a minute. I start one on in 2 weeks. I'll be on another one. So
you can apply and sign up with as many different companies
Correct.
as you want. Do they each have their own application different than this one that's on the screen?
They do like um they will show you the hours. All of the certification is all Zoom training and some e-learning that you do at your own pace. When you apply, it goes over the certification hours. If you need any type of equipment, like the majority, you don't need a landline phone. You will use a USB headset so your calls will come through the computer. A lot of them require a dual monitor, but other than that, everything is PC requirements. You can either use a computer or laptop. It's all there. So as long as you're doing the requirements for that, you can opt in to as many as you would like. You just you can't apply for two of them you have to be out of one to start another one, out of the certification for one before you start another one. Like if this one starts on April 1st and the other one doesn't start till May, you can't apply for that other one because you're already accepted for one that's coming up. So that's what a lot of people, they were like, well, I applied for that and they told me I'm already accepted, but it doesn't start for a month. Well, you accepted that, so you can't opt in until you're completely out of this. So you can opt in as many as you want. I'm going to be on 4.
So let me make sure I understood you correctly. I get you've been doing this for a while, so you're adding on because you've probably had some for a couple years now. But me, if I started, like if I filled out like your friend tonight, paid the 25, got my okay back in 10 minutes and could go move forward, I can only sign up with one.
Until you get out of certification. Once certification ends and they have so you do virtual Zoom training, you're not paid for that. But the last week of training, they call it nesting, and that's when you actually start talking and making money. Once you are completely out of certification and you graduate certification, then at that point you can apply for something else.
Is that after the nesting, like once I finish
Correct.
that training?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
And each one has their own training process.
Correct. And it's not hard. It's mostly a 2-hour Zoom training. You don't have to turn on your camera. I know there's a lot of people, I want to be on camera. They encourage you don't turn it on because the training could have over 100 people in there. So it's Zoom training. They record them all. You can go back and look at them. There's 2 hours a day. Some of them are 3. They're doing like Duke Energy. They're hiring for that. Well, that one started already. That training is 4 weeks. So it kind of just depends. They have e-learning that you do at your own pace. It's really, I mean, it's not bad at all, but the only thing is you can't get assistance. Like there's no one that could solely help you with the things other than you asking questions in the training or possibly going back and watch it. So you have the opportunity to link up and get like a study buddy and things like that. Of course they, encourage that on their actual, like they have a platform. It's kind of like like with any job, you can email, well, they call it LiveOps Nation. So that's where you can go interact with other agents and things like that. But yeah, you can opt in as many as you would like. You just need to be completely out of certification before you can apply for another one.
Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, so I have 45 videos and I compiled a playlist, and I do talk a lot. I talk a lot, but at the same time, I try to answer everybody's questions. So I might jump around a lot, but I try to really make sure I address everyone's question because it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. I'm used to classroom training. I work in customer service like my whole life, so it's different when you do this virtual stuff. It's totally different. And some people like it and some people don't. So
you know how like Uber has the car has to have a certain year requirement. Are the computers, do they need to have a certain speed?
Yes. Okay. So on their website, they have their PC requirements. And a lot of people Well, what kind of computer? So me, for example, I purchased a new computer 2 years ago. Maybe, yeah, last year maybe. My computer passed everything. Now they want your processor to be at least, I think it's Core 5 or better. Well, mine is 2. And I can tell you one thing, whatever opportunities I'm on, I'm stuck on them because I'm not buying another computer. So they're not updating the requirements often, but when you apply, they have all of that. They have FAQs, the PC requirements. It's all there. So you'll never be surprised. Like, I didn't know that. So I always tell people, I encourage them. I always talk about it in my videos. I'm like, you need this computer. They do not allow any MacBooks, no Apple products at all, no Chromebooks. They don't like they don't like, what is it called? Windows 11. You have to have Windows 10. Now, a lot of the opportunities, their systems that they use might not be compatible with Windows 11. So they encourage you to have Windows 10. But like, for example, I updated to Windows 11 and I didn't even know I did it. It's working fine for me. So I guess in the sense of that, you may have complications with certain systems because you will be on that different companies. You will be downloading their remote desktop in sometimes. So they really, they have the requirements. You can only live in certain states. All of that is on the website. So they want to make sure you know what you're doing before you even apply for anything. And that's what I try to let people know, because I don't want you to spend the money for the background check and then your computer is not up to standards. And they also have info sessions they have information sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And if you go to their website, you can sign up for a session, and I can drop that in the chat just to give you information about the company. They also talk about upcoming opportunities and things like that. So yeah, they make sure it's a lot of information, but I don't feel like they're giving enough. So I kind of go above and beyond to educate people more.
And all this is on this link that you're saying where it'll
Yeah,
tell
the
you the
second link
requirements
I
and stuff.
put was the what to expect. That's if you want to join one of the info sessions. They actually have one tomorrow. And then the first one I put down is if you wanted to become an agent, which I put it in there twice, but the first ones are going to take you right till you put your information down. It'll tell me, because you'll be under my referral. So a lot of people that I refer, I say, please keep in touch with me, like email me, join my group, because I want to know how this is working out for you. If you have any questions, if I can't find the answer, I'm going to get the answer for you. I consider myself to be like the people tell me they need to hire me for HR. I don't want to do all that, but I will continue to work with my people that in my groups. So I don't want to work with them.
Ask, is there an opportunity to elevate, to move up in the company?
They were actually hiring for that. I don't want to do it, but I already got it. That'll be too much. I'm already wearing myself thin. But they have what they call ARAs, which is similar to like a manager. And a lot of those people that are doing that, they used to be agents like me, and now they are ARAs, which is like an assist. It's almost like a manager, but it's not, because we don't report to them. But each client has like metrics and things that you have to adhere, just like a real job. So they were hiring for that. That was my first time since I've been doing this, seeing that they were hiring for that. So you can excel if you would like to, either by going to their actual website. They are hiring just solely if you want to work for LiveOps as a whole and not do like the calling and things like that. They do have opportunities on their website. But if you just want to do the virtual call center thing, then you can do that as well.
Okay.
I just let people know. Just come to me. I'll figure it out for you. You don't know what kind of computer to get, and a lot of people it's very challenging. So I say, please call me before you drop out. We're gonna figure out a way to keep you in this. So I really just I connect with everyone on a personal level, because I know how it is, how they certify you and you just throw you out there to the wolves, and all you got is a little FAQ on the screen. I need you to talk to me so we can figure out how you can stay within this opportunity and start making this money, continue making this money. And that's my goal. Like, we all need to make extra money.
I know that's right. Okay, Ms. Nicole. Well, there. Thank you. You all have Ms. Nicole's information, and I'll
I
be
got
sure.
one more thing before we go.
Okay. Before we move on, go ahead.
My favorite phrase to say is "Hey, girl, hey." So I have merchandise. For some reason, YouTube hating and they won't let me post it on my store on my channel, but that's okay. I'm on Teespring, so I have a T-shirt that says "Hey, girl, hey." That's my favorite saying, and I have it on coffee cups and T-shirts. And my favorite phrase, I had to add some extra because I don't want nobody coming after me. I always say some people gotta have it. That is my anthem for my group. So I say some people gotta have it, believe and receive. I'm believing in manifesting. You gotta go out there and get what you want. So some people gotta have it, believe and receive. I also have it on a coffee mug because I consider this to be an affirmation.
Yes,
so
yes.
I have that. Like I tell people, you gotta stop with the negativity. If you want money, you gotta believe it, you gotta receive it. I also start the day. This is the day the Lord has made. It's time to start working so I can get paid. Period. So you start the morning. I tell them to say that every day. This is the day the Lord has made. It's time to start working so I can get paid. I have that on the T-shirt and also on the coffee mug. I put it on both sides because normally you sip your tea, you can see it, and the other person can see it while they being nosy. What's that on your cup? This is on my cup. And the last thing is like a self-love type thing. Stop giving away the exclusive benefits of you, which a lot of people do that, men and women. So you gotta think of yourself. Stop giving away the exclusive benefits of you, self-love. And I also have that on a coffee mug. So I just came out with this merchandise, but I was very excited to say, "Hey, girl, hey," because I say this all the time. If you come to my channel and I see it's a female, I'll be, "Hey, girl, hey." That's how I greet everybody. So it was a must that I put it on merchandise. So, for some reason, YouTube does not want me to have that. And I think it was probably when I made that "Some People Gotta Have It" shirt. I don't know if they weren't liking that, so I had to change it up. So I do have merchandise. And what I like about Teespring is they have it where you can pay with Afterpay. So yes, you can split that up into 4 pays. Shout out to Teespring for doing that.
Yes.
But yeah, other than that, I'm very excited.
Speaking of believing and receiving, and you said this is your last year of being single.
Yes, it is. So I'm glad you touched on that. Now, this is for my ladies. Ladies always be like, "It ain't no good men out there. All men dogs." Girl, you better stop saying that because that's all you're gonna get. Me, you gotta say there are good men out there. I'm going to get a good man now. If you continue saying they all dogs, that's all you're gonna get. So yes, last year, this is my last year single. Period. That's what it is. Like, I manifest everything. I believe it. I'm gonna receive it. So me thinking that mentality, because I've dated some characters in the past. I never compare them to anyone else. So, ladies, and this can go for the fellas too. I know a lot of men be saying it ain't no good women out there. You keep saying it and you're not gonna get you one. So
that's true.
This is my last year single. And yeah, so
manifesting works. You have to keep
your
your mind to it. My son this morning, he jumped out of bed, ran downstairs, and jumped in my arms, and he hugged me. He said, "I want some apple fritters."
Hey, you got it.
But I had already. He woke up about 10:30 and did that. I had already gotten up and took my other son to school. And on the way coming back home, I said, "I feel like a donut." And when I walked into the donut shop, I said, "I can't get me a donut." And what I saw were the apple fritters. And I said, "You know what? let me just go and get everybody an apple fritter. So I bought a box of apple fritters instead of even me a donut, and brought him home. And then when he jumped out of bed and ran and jumped in my arms, I couldn't do nothing but laugh because he said he had been dreaming about him. He had wanted it. And his heart was set that he was going to have an apple fritter for breakfast. And it was right there already waiting for him. And my daughter used to do that all the time too. And I tell them, all you got to do is if you can, your mind can conceive it, you can achieve it. Just keep it on it.
That's true. And I tell people that all the time. Like, whatever you thinking, that's what is gonna happen. So positivity is the key. I tell don't say it ain't no good men out there, because it definitely is. And I'm a witness to that. So yeah. My last year.
Well, listen, everybody. This is the talk of the internet. So since everybody talking about it, we're gonna talk about it too. In case y'all didn't see the Oscars, check this out.
You know who's got the hardest job tonight? Javier Bardem and his wife are both nominated. Now, if she loses, he can't win. He is praying that Will Smith wins. Like, please, Lord. Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
The way I just saw just then, I've seen Men in Black. He looked like he walked up and hit one of them people like he did in that movie.
I'm sick of you trying to kill me. Listen. Chris Rock handled that very well.
He did. He definitely did.
We would have shut that shit down, okay?
He kept it real
would have
professional
never been,
as he should.
Listen.
He said, you ain't
going
to
to
miss some
never invited
opportunity.
another black person there. No more black people would have been invited by the time we was done. Tearing the walls off that shit.
Now,
So
let me show you. Go ahead, just
do you think you said how another black person wasn't going to be invited? So you know that Jada and Will had boycotted the Oscars back when, like, he should have won it 20 years ago with Ali. So do you think they sitting here like, that's why we ain't invite y'all?
I think, that's what they thinking. But I just think it's something. Nobody's gonna do that. It's something up with that. Why would you? It was just like he turned to another person because he laughed. He laughed at that, and then he just went and
his wife.
Yeah, something ain't right.
Well, check this out. Check this out.
No, when he saw it hurted his wife's feelings.
It was the look on his wife's face, on her face, is what made him go do. Because you never know what their pillow talk is. And she could have said in a one-on-one between them that her heart is feeling he doesn't protect her. Because over the years, they've always had to take the jokes and take it with stride. So I thought it was staged too, Mello.
What she said was, you laughing now? What will August do?
Ooh, but then, hey, he said, I'll show you what I'll do. Well, hey, don't do it, Will. He did it.
But check this out.
Like he could have pulled him to the side of something. I just don't feel like you could have Should have just went and punched him on live TV like that,
But check this out. Check this out.
World, man, Arsenio, they got rules. They got rules. Like he has a rule. The big player, he got a rule. He got to wax his head every morning. That's a rule. He follows the rules, man. He follows the rules. Oh, these are jokes. Come on. You can't do that in this world, man. Arsenio, they got rules. They got rules. Like he has a rule. The bass player, he got a rule. He got to wax his head every morning. That's a rule.
Ooh, you did that one.
he definitely did. He definitely did.
So he did a bald head joke.
If we go back and look at the video again, Tony, when Chris first says that joke to Jada, Will Smith is busting out the steam at the joke.
Yes. But then look what Jada was doing. Jada, that hurt her feelings.
And soon as they leave from her, she must have said something to him that made him go up there and feel like he needs to fight for her honor. And that's the thing I don't understand about this is, I guarantee you, if that would have been Adam Sandler up there joking on her, he never would have put his hands on her.
He wouldn't
have did it. If that would have been Terry Crews up there, he wouldn't have put his hands on that, on Terry Crews. The reason he put his hands on Chris, if this is not staged, is because he felt that Chris was a bitch. And that he felt like he had an easy win and it wasn't going to be anything from this. See, people pick their fight. See, Will, as much respect as I've always had for Will has really proven to me he's a bitch. And
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
You better look it up.
Will has clowned and joked throughout his whole entire life. And they have not just got into the business of joking.
Right.
And they all give it out. So because she's dealing with alopecia or whatever she's dealing with, how do you think that man felt when you had him on the red table, emasculating him, talking about you had an entanglement, which you are just basically saying you were fucking the dude that you were let coming over to your house with your son? Nobody talked about that. Nobody said,
hey, wait a minute, Legacy. You about to get in deep. You better go to when she first brought Austin Alsina on there. Allegedly, they're trying to say that Will and Jada had that little buddy. So it's the reason why he hit little buddy.
It's a possibility. I haven't seen it out in the news or nothing like that for me to say that. And I watched the Red Talk.
It to you.
I watched both of them when they were talking about it when she was being interviewed. And I watched when Will was getting interviewed by her. And this is the first time I've ever seen anybody emasculate a man on live TV the way that she did, Will. And for you to get upset about a joke, how do you think Will felt when you was telling the world you were fucking another man and you were married to him?
I was thinking that same thing.
Didn't they have an open relationship though?
No, they didn't.
They do got one.
They do have an open relationship.
Yes, they have an open relationship.
Just like Monique and her husband. Monique and her husband have an open relationship.
You're missing something.
Well, obviously,
that same thought, Legacy.
Huh?
I said I had the same feelings that you had about his position and what he did. And one of the things, as far like first, black on black crime, black on black anything, it's wrong on TV that cracked a joke on a black person, and it's all these other people out there he could have picked on. However, it's safe as a comedian to pick where you're comfortable and knowing you can make these jokes because it's a joke. I feel that Will, being an actor, he knows his job. We've seen him perform and do his job. And Chris was doing his job. So Will was out of pocket by taking it as if Chris was violating. Now I get the look on Jada's face,
but
it.
Juicy, let me back you up on that too. You got to remember, Chris Rock has been known to go too far on a lot of jokes, especially when he's
that
inebriated.
was where I was.
When he's inebriated and he's drunk, Chris Rock will say some shit that really does go way too far. And he's been known to do that even when he hosted the Oscars before.
So you don't think that
between them, they have an issue already.
You don't think on the video that Tony just showed of Will talking about that bald man that he went too far?
No. The thing of it is
because that bald man never said he had alopecia. It's well known that Jada has a condition. It's well known. It's well known. It's well known. I know you not got to get the last word on everything. I'm talking.
Tony,
Let me talk.
Tony, did you pull up what Chris Rock, the apology that Chris Rock gave to Jada and Will and the family? So you're arguing that somebody agreed that he went way too far with that.
Listen, let me
another point that was brought to me was that Chris and Will have history of years of going to where Chris has been antagonizing them, and they've been one of the butt ends of his jokes plenty of times. And
so this is not the first time. This may have been a buildup. This actually may have been a buildup of you done did this too many times, and now you've done this at the Oscars, and you did it publicly. So now this done built up in me, and I done got angry. I done held it in for years. But when you did that and you made my wife feel like shiznit over a condition that she can't help, nor can she handle, and she had to shave her head, and it's well known. So it wasn't like Chris didn't know she got alopecia. Chris knows she got alopecia.
It's been a long time she said that, like some years back, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it's still known. It's still known. It's a known fact.
I don't think he was saying, well, I get what you're saying, but I don't think he tripped off that then.
No, it was because of her bald head. She do look funny with a bald head. I'm sorry, she do look like a little boy. I ain't even gonna lie about that one.
But he referenced that movie though, G.I. Jane.
Yeah, G.I. Jane too. So I wouldn't say okay, then doggone it, yeah, because that was funny. Because she did look like G.I. Jane with a dress.
At that point,
she did.
Honey, you gotta pull up Chris Brown apology.
Jane 2 was a
There's
kick-ass
stuff
movie.
missing to this story.
This is my thing on this. First of all, we got police officers and everything that are in these places. Right then, when Will slapped Chris, he was supposed to have been arrested. That's assault.
They thought it was a part of a skit. That's what everybody thought.
Exactly. But when you find out that doesn't happen, that was not a skit, and that this was real, let me show you something. If right now I punch Tony, and Tony called the police, and Tony say, no, I don't want to press charges on my brother. By the state having the overall power, and they know that he was assaulted, they can take up the charges themselves, regardless if the person wants to prosecute or not. Right then,
who gonna want to take that up? And ain't nothing gonna happen. This man got so much money.
You can still go to jail and have money. So you don't have to. The example that
listen, they know nothing gonna happen, so they not finna do nothing. If Chris don't go after him, that's dumb.
Is that you don't put your hand on people, whether the charges be dropped or not. You should have been carried out in handcuffs. Because let me show you something. The same example that you use about this is why they don't like black people in places. That's the prominent reason why. Because everything about us, when white people look at us, whether they're old, young, or what, is perpetrated under the whole asylum as if we are violent individuals. The reason when you see white people locking their doors and their cars and stuff, because they think we're gonna break in their shit. Then you think when anytime there's argument,
you wanted this man to go to jail when you knocked somebody out too in the wash house.
Listen,
why that man should have went to jail?
If I would have went to jail, then that would have been something I would have had to deal with. But guess what? Go ahead, Ju.
You know how the NFL had provisions written that if you hit and have a domestic dispute, your career is over.
Right.
he did this, and he did it like you were saying in an entity of the Oscars that was in his career field, like at one of his HR houses, you know. So I've seen the news and like USA, CNN, different broadcasting networks have said that they're very disappointed with Will because we're in a world of love and peace that we're trying to usher in, and we can't try to bring in this world of love and peace and then someone can just come up and hit you because they don't like what you said.
Right.
That we need to have more composure and self guidance over ourselves. Well, yeah, self-respect and respect for others. So with that, how much do you think Will is going to be fined or against him in his sector that doesn't have to do with Chris?
There's nothing set up with artists and stuff like they are in the league or the basketball league or something like that. But if
That's not
Tony
true.
pull up what Chris Brown's
That's not
statement
true.
said today,
Juicy,
Chris Brown literally covered for Will Smith. So
He
y'all
did.
having
But
a
let me say
debate
this.
on nothing.
Let me show you. Let me show you
Chris
this.
Rock.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah. Chris Rock literally covered for Will actions.
I read his apology, and his apology to the people, the Oscars, to Will, to Jada. He said himself that he took the joke too far. Now the only thing I'd look at is perception is everything, and G.I. Jane was a kick-ass movie. Jada is a kick-ass actress. So that could have even been insinuated of she's not been in the business that making it. Yes, get your paper up.
Yep.
Another brother looking out and putting it on the scene. Will could have walked up on that stage and said, "I'm gonna be the producer."
That's right.
I'm gonna take this a step further. So I like what Denzel had to say, and he said that when you are at your highest peak, the devil gonna come for you, and the devil came for Will. And Will showed his colors.
But let me show you something, Juicy. I love everything you said. They're in the process right now to where there are bylaws like what you said, Juicy, provisions that are there where they are saying they're trying to determine if they're going to strip Will of his Oscar. And you know what the messed up part about this is? He deserves it stripped. And let me tell you why I feel that way. On the most important day of your life, not only the most important day of your life, one of the most important days of Venus and Serena, when they are there watching you getting ready to receive an Oscar on the behalf of playing the part of the man in their life, the most important man that has ever walked this earth besides Christ, their father that got them where they are today. And here you are showing your natural, naked, scalding black ass about a joke. So now, on the day that you receive your Oscar, nobody really remembers you receiving an Oscar. They remember you slapping a man. They don't remember Mr. Richard King that you was receiving an Oscar for portraying. They remember you being a bitch, getting up on the stage slapping a man about a joke that you felt may have went too far. Like what you said, Ms. Nicole, you could have waited and pulled Chris to the side and had him apologize to his wife.
Because that's all people gonna remember now is that. That's it.
But I don't think he should be stripped of it. I definitely
else.
disagree with
That's
you
all
on
people
that,
gonna be
Legacy.
talking about.
I don't think he should be stripped of it. No.
Now, for me, Ms. Nicole,
because he worked hard for that.
He
worked hard for that.
He won't,
He
but
worked
guess
hard for
what? Now they're gonna make sure that this incident never takes place again. And now Will has had 100 great movies that I've supported. One of his and all of his movies that him and his wife and their company that they make, they own little movies. I Am Legend and the one he did with him and his son, Outer Space and all that type of stuff. I support Will and Jada them doing their thing. But one thing about it is we have to understand that you can't tell people oh, we have to be supportive of black people. We have to, stop black on black violence, and you perpetrating black on black violence at the pinnacle of movie reception of the Oscar. That you don't get any higher than an Oscar. And for someone who has had the journey that Will has had to get there, I mean, let's look at it. Denzel Washington got his Oscar, as many movies as he's played. Denzel got his Oscar, playing a bad cop, being a drug dealer for Training Day. Halle Berry got her Oscar for playing a part on Monsters Ball, letting the white man screw her.
Why you don't say for being a hoe?
Make me feel good.
Oh, that's right. Hold on. And Monique got her Oscar faster than any one of those individuals. Jamie Foxx got an Oscar before Will. All of these individuals have all made mistakes, but they've not been violent. And like you say, Nicole, if this would have been football, baseball, basketball, that individual would have lost their position in their career field. Ray Rice slapped his wife who spit in his face. Ray Rice hasn't played another down of football. Michael Vick fought dogs. Even though he wasn't there, his property caused him to have to go to prison for 18 months by fighting dogs. Even though Michael Vick is still known, Michael Vick's career was hindered because of that. We have so many individuals that lose their jobs and lose their right to be on top because of violence and because of things of that nature. So Will shouldn't be exempt, all because his wife has alopecia.
If I may say something, Legacy, to add to you and Alan, personally, in the world of entertainment, when it comes down to roasting and comedians cracking jokes, I don't think there's no such thing as going too far, because in the black community, when they make jokes, they're making jokes on their family's downfall. My dad is a crackhead, so they're gonna joke about it. Oh, I know this lady down the street that there's a prostitute. I'm gonna crack jokes about it. They find humor in our worst part of our lives, and they make humor about it. In the industry, stars and celebrities know that you're going to be roasted, and it happens every day in celebrity roasts. It just was your turn. And you as a celebrity, and as long as you've been a celebrity, you should know that.
Right, because I was just going to say, if it would have been another person up there, he would have made a joke about them.
Exactly.
So it's what it was.
As severe or as touching home as it may have been, you got to suck it up. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Ms. Nicole, yeah, go backstage and talk to him. Hey, dude, that wasn't right.
They're never going to forget that. He don't know what he possibly could have did. He could have messed. I mean, they might not strip him of that, but
he could have messed it up for other black people.
He could have messed up a lot of avenues for
Even
himself.
even if they don't strip him of his award, it's gonna hurt him, because now when people are looking for people that wanted to use Will, now they don't want to use Will, because now you put yourself in the same category.
He was like, "You ain't gonna mess up my opportunities." He stood there. He said, "Okay." He kept the show rolling. So I give him his props for that, but.
And Will even does motivational podcasts, and
he does.
He's one of I use him and promote him, his speeches, because he helps with the young men, and encouraging them to stay positive and to do things. And it's like now there's no anymore. It's anything goes.
I just want to share with y'all real quick what a lot of the celebrities had to say.
Rocket Lawyer makes it simple to incorporate your business, which is great because I'm a barber, not a lawyer.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse, and it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Jim Carrey weighing in on Will Smith's Oscar controversy during a new interview with Gayle King for CBS Morning.
They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
Jim Carrey was on hand promoting his new movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but yeah, he made it clear how he felt about Will Smith's actions on Sunday night.
You do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Since Sunday night, the Academy has launched a formal review into Smith's actions on stage, and Will has since issued a statement apologizing to Chris Rock, saying in part, quote, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I was embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness." On Sunday, Extra spoke to many stars who also weighed in on Will's behavior.
You watched the show. I'm sure you saw the moment everyone is talking about between Chris and Will. Your thoughts?
I don't condone violence. I just don't see any reason for it. I do know that if you're going to have any comedian and the rest of the show, everyone was being ridiculed in some way.
Right.
The only difference was, I think if you're a celebrity and you're in there, you know that's going to happen.
Sure.
Maybe, this was his wife, so it was different.
Right.
But I'm not sure you run up and punch someone in the face.
If you remember, Chris hosted the Oscars,
Yes.
and brilliantly. I mean, I just remember it was just kind of like better than anyone.
Yeah.
And Chris is a genius comic that has been doing it for many, many decades. And the premise being that these indeed are jokes.
Do you think as a comedian, though, you should ever worry about needing to be censored?
I think anytime, Chris is one of those comics that he and Chappelle are the GOATs. And they're like the youngest, oldest comics in the world. They've been doing it since they were kids. And I think, the contract you set up with the audience is that these are indeed jokes and we have to embrace our freedom of speech.
You like John the floor?
First of all, do you know like that joke that Chris did? I remember when that movie came out, and that was a way to insult a woman, her sexuality, her physique. It was a way to call a woman a homosexual, basically. And she's sitting right next to her. It was like that. I remember that in school. That they would do that to people. It's kind of messed up.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra.
One person stood up for Will. That's right. Because that really was an insult. That back in the day, like she said, if you was to call a girl G.I. Jane back in my day, that was saying basically you a dyke and you a lesbo. That's really what that meant.
You're missing the main point. It was a black woman that stood up for the black man.
And we never said it wasn't an insult. We agreed that it is an insult. But what we're saying is he had no right to put his hand on nobody.
But the thing of it is my favorite joke was, "Your mama's so black, she got marked absent at night school." We talked about people mamas as cracks and jokes. So
I never did that.
In Lake Worth, I don't know what part of Lake. I keep telling you, I don't know what part of Lake Worth you grew up in, because that's the thing they cracked on was your mama joke.
All kids
Your
did it.
mama was. It was, if you didn't say
That
your
wasn't.
mama joke, you wasn't funny.
I don't believe. I never believed in disrespecting anybody's mama.
You said your mama didn't allow you to have friends. So those who had friends, we all did it.
But it wasn't even a sense of disrespect. It was
joking.
It was joking. And
I think
as
that's
a
disrespectful, though.
comedian,
I'm sorry.
That was
That's
a part of
disrespectful.
being accepted in the hood, being able to throw out the mama joke.
Exactly.
If you could, yeah. And that's
I'm
like,
sorry.
what
I
they
don't
were
see that
saying
as that.
even on the stage with him as far as a comedian. It's I remember my first comedy show was with I
Go ahead,
hosted the
Drew.
Def Comedy Jam in Colorado. And it was before Def Comedy Jam actually started on TV. We would do tours through the military bases. And my brother was the actual one who was putting it on. I was just help him with everything going. So Joe Torre was the comedian. And I'm sitting in the front row, and this man does not know that I'm who's paying him his money. And he cracked on me the entire show. I wanted to beat his ass, but I couldn't. I'm the one who's paying him to put this show on. He did not know that, and he still made me the joke of the show.
But the thing is, Juicy, if even right now, if you go to any comedy show and you're sitting in, when you're on the front row,
you're gonna get it.
You are you are saying, you come in there knowing that your shit together, you look the best. That's why you're sitting on the front row, because you knowing that individual is gonna look past you because you got your shit together. And the thing is about jokes, I don't know if you done been to a comedy club, Dun Allen, or anything, but if you're sitting on the front row, you are the main person. You and whoever else sit on that front row are where the butt of the jokes come from, because I can vividly see everything about you sitting right here. So when they start, D.L. Hughley is one of the main characters that does that all the time. I watch Kevin Hart. Matter of fact, Shaq has shows that he hosts called Comedy All-Star Weekend, where he have some of the best comedians come on his show and he do it. I've seen Kevin Hart. We talking about multi-millionaires in these buildings, where Kevin Hart makes so much of jokes about Shaq falling on the ground and him getting divorced by Shani. She walked away with a lot of money and all this and that. And Shaq laughed, because guess what? These are jokes. And if a motherfucker is sensitive, and then Jada, you should have had your bald head ass up in the top of the goddamn podium, away from this man, so that your bald headed ass don't get joked.
She should have stayed home.
Exactly. Stay home with
wig.
You could have stayed home with your boy.
She could have wore a wig. I'm not even being insensitive to what she has going on, but my aunt has been suffering and had no hair for the last 30 to 40 years because of alopecia. And she wears a wig. She gets them specially made.
But you know what?
She always wear her hair like that. That's not, she always do that.
Exactly.
Right. And she's not ugly from it. She's very beautiful.
Not. She always wears short style. So
yes,
she shouldn't have been insulted. Nothing should
The thing
have
is
against her psyche,
But this
because
is the thing,
she
ladies.
holds it down.
This is the thing. She, if you just looked at the thing when she was coming into the show with Will, and they were posing on the red carpet and things, she was just as happy.
But
she
you
wasn't.
couldn't tell her nothing. You could not tell her nothing.
She was hoping to, bring awareness to alopecia. Well, bitch, you got awareness now. You bald headed, you got alopecia. You got what you were looking for.
What if this was a setup? And what if she triggered him or had him do it to set him up to ruin him, because she's been trying to ruin him since she did that round talk? I've heard that too. Because he didn't react until her reaction.
Now she can say
that makes sense. She could have been doing. It's a lot of ways. It's a lot of things. She should. She probably knew he was gonna do something like that, but didn't think he was gonna really do it. Like, you just embarrassed yourself, and nobody ain't gonna never forget that. That's
ladies. We are at the time. We're 3 minutes over. I have appreciated everybody on the podcast, ATL World, for participating on the show, being out there watching us tonight. But we're gonna close. But tonight we're gonna close with our amazing guest first. Miss Nicole, we're going to put up your information up here. You let everybody know how they can reach out to you right quick later.
LiveOps with Miss Nicole on Facebook, YouTube, Miss Nicole, Instagram, Miss Nicole Michelle. I would love to have you join the family. Come on.
All right. We appreciate you, Miss Nicole, for coming out and letting us know how to become multimillionaires. We're going to
Thank you. Y'all invite me back now. This was fun.
Okay. All right, we're gonna start off with our guy, frequent flyer gentleman that comes through and blesses our podcast, Mr. D-Lo. Let them know how they can reach you.
Yes, sir. D-Lo, you can find me Apostle D-Lo at gmail.com and D-Lo-Razzle-Dazzles.com. I don't know if that website is still up. I got to check that. Twitter, Apostle D-Lo, IG, Apostle D-Lo, Facebook, Don Allen Low, TikTok, and YouTube. I'm going to still see the right correction. Is D-Lo without the E in the middle.
Okay.
D-Lo Productions. And then please don't call me. No, I'm just joking. Call me if you need a notary here in Dallas, 214-962-8275, or if you need flyers, if you need commercials made, anything of that nature. And the Chill Zone will be back next Monday because now I'm home. So I have time to do it now. So the Chill Zone will be back on next Monday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. No, excuse me, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Chill Zone will be back.
All right. Let's bring out the one and only Miss Juicy Cake. Tell them how they can reach out to you later.
Of course, every Tuesday and Friday. ATL show here on YouTube. You can reach me. We have our website up, so you can reach me through there and schedule your consultations. I have offer a 10 free pick my brain consultation, and it's 10 minutes free at www.enliventoyou.com. We're not worried about that Facebook right now because I'm still blocked. I'm in jail. I can't make any money, so no need to promote Facebook if I ain't making none either. But on Instagram at Miss Beautiful, and I'm on TikTok as Miss Juicy Cakes. And for all your healing and homeopathic needs, just go on and check out that website.
All right. I'm gonna bring out the boss lady right now, Miss Tay. Oh, before we do that, we're missing our sister tonight, T Savage. She still may be, doing her grieving process, loss of her grandmother. So send our prayers and strength out to her and her family. We're here for you if we need you. We're here for you if you need us and everything. Love you, T Savage. We're gonna definitely move forward with the boss lady, Miss Tayama Sweetness, Tyson's mom. Let them know how to reach you.
You can reach me on Facebook at Tayama Sweetness Copeland. You can reach me on Instagram at Tayama01. That's pretty much it. Oh, Just in Time Accessories. I don't have no number.
It's right there on the screen. Tell them.
Just all the crazy people be calling.
Oh man! All right, let's move forward with the boss man, the man that makes it possible for us to be out here today in these YouTube streets in this ATL world. The man that's a pain in all our ass, headaches and all. Mr. Anthony Brown, turn your ass around and let these folks know how they can get in contact with you.
The ATL. Listen, I'm Anthony Brown. You can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The Anthony Brown Show. Also I have a Facebook page as well. Please follow that page. It's called Anthony the Writer. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information over there. And the words that I live by wholeheartedly is you got to grind until you shine. And if you need to reach me for business purposes only, you can call me at 561-768-3710.
All right. Appreciate everybody on here. I'm going to start off with me. I'm Legacy the Great. And you can reach me on Facebook up under Dream Williams. You can also reach me on YouTube up under Antonio Williams. My email address is legacyunlocked@mail.com, and reach me on this number right here, 229-630-7615, for all business purposes and things like that. You can also reach me if you need to get in a jam and you don't lock your keys up in your car and you need to get in. but you want to get in at a kind of cheaper expense than what a regular locksmith would charge you, hit me up again. Like I say, 229-630-7615. And if you have any legal situations, I'm a non-attorney, but I'm definitely good with what I do when it comes to filing motions and things. So therefore, I can help you pro se with that. Also, I can help you file disability forms. You men out there, if your baby mama dragging you, taking all your money from your child support, holler at me, get at me. I will definitely do all I can to help really give you some relief in the court. For me, in closing tonight, I just want to just promote this. Keep your hands, feet, and objects to your motherfucking self. Because there's a lot of dead people in graveyards for you putting your hands, feet, and objects to yourself. Non-violent, as Martin Luther King used to say. ATL, ho.
See ya.
ATL, they're back.
It's my time again.
Anthony, Tioma, T Savage, Legacy. They're back. They're the best. Let's get it. Season 2.
I'm the best in this shit, that's fact. And there's only one reason that I came back. I'm here to set the fucking record straight. Okay, I'm the best you ever catch, just fell the way. First off, ain't no beef with the spitters in my city. But if it comes with 28, then shit get gritty. I'm shitty. Yeah, I shit on rappers. Even dead on the scene, since you wanna be actors. This the message. I'm talking open hills and things. The schools over feeling foggy, I'll be patiently waiting. It seems y'all forgot who really runs the throne. Screaming y'all number one, just because I was gone. See, ain't no stopping me now. I'm on the move. I'm on against Team Muscle. You ready to lose? The game, the street, the zone is took. This the message. Hope it leave you from me rappers. Sure. Yeah. The message. So y'all know. Yeah. The monster is back. And I'm at my spot. ATL, ho.